right and enjoy your evening. If you don't know me, my name is Emma Harmon, and I'm one of the theater teachers and art teachers at Lindblom. Thank you for being here tonight. We're starting late tonight because our light board, I know that there are lights on me and they're beautiful, but we have students who are up there in the booth who have been working on specific lights for months. And we don't know why. We've tried everything, but the lights aren't working. So we're going to, has anyone heard the show must go on? Yeah. And on it does, right? Right? So the show must go on. So instead of starting the show with these beautiful lights, that if anyone knows Shelby Holloway, she's a senior. Shelby! Shelby's up in the booth. She's running around like a maniac trying to get the lights together for all of you. But the show must go on, so we are going to get this show started. Before we do that, I wanted to say a few things, especially for our students in the crowd. First of all, shout out students for spending your Friday night here supporting your peers. Thank you so much. Next door family, here's the scoop. Your family should be here at 9:15 to pick you up. 9:15. This is a whole play. It's long, it's beautiful. Tell your rides 9:15. The reason why I'm up here in the lights telling you that is because you aren't allowed to come in and leave. Even if you have to go to the bathroom, even if you thought now was the moment to order Uber Eats, and you're like, no, my McChicken is everything to me. You aren't allowed to just come in and out. Has that message been received, students? Yes? Okay. So we're staying in here. We have one 15-minute intermission. If you have food arrive, that's when you can go and run and eat it. We also have concessions for sale that you can purchase. But I wanted to put that on your radar. The next thing that I wanted to reiterate is AP Morales said that there were no phones. If you know Chancellor Rice, who's a senior, or Jayla Stevenson, who's a junior, both of them are going to come out in just a few moments and talk a little bit more about why this is so important. But I wanted to reiterate that if you have your phone out, I will come running on over and I'll tell you to put it away. And for more than any other play that any of us have done while we've been at Lindblom, it's especially important to them, to me, that you keep your phones away and don't record at all. Has that also been heard? Yes? Okay. I'm not worried about families as much. It's mostly the amazing students in the back. Finally, I think that was it. I think that was it. Again, these students have been working on the show for months. Thank you for your patience as we started this show late. Please don't hold back on your support. We love your applause. They've done amazing work, so please join me in welcoming Jayla and Chance to start this whole thing off.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jayla Stevenson.
And I'm Chancellor Rice.
And we want to welcome you to Lindblom's production of North Star. We want to thank the Nest for your love and support as we prepare tonight's performance. I am a junior here at Lindblom, and I have the honor of being the cast liaison for this year's production. That means that I was voted on by my peers to be the voice between students and teachers if any issues were to occur during the rehearsal process.
We chose this show because we wanted to celebrate Black stories. Given the turbulent environment we live in today, we felt that North Star does a fantastic job of celebrating and highlighting our love, our diversity, our community, and our resilience. It is important to do this when so much of the media we see surrounding Black life only recognizes the negative. With that in mind, our priority is that you take care of yourself, as we've asked the cast and crew of this show to do throughout the rehearsal process.
As some of you may know, this show contains racially charged language and themes of racial violence. Some viewers might find this unsettling. We ask that you do not take pictures or video recordings of our performance. A video recording of today's performance will be posted on Lindblom's drama YouTube channel shortly after. We don't want anything to be shared out of the context of our story. Once again, thank you for supporting Lindblom's drama department, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Taxi!
Sorry, I don't know what that is. I can't help it.
Sorry.
Taxi, please?
Let's walk, Mommy. They know where that is.
I'm afraid I don't know where that is.
I can't help you, sorry.
But it's late. I have my little girl.
Let's walk, Mommy.
I don't know where that is.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out!
Please!
Get out!
Nigger.
He's just a stupid cab driver, Mommy.
I can't believe he called my daughter. That cab driver called my baby girl. It was under his breath, but she heard it, a whisper. But in the dark, it echoed down the street like cold wind on a mission, and she heard it. I saw it in her eyes, and she sees in mine. She sees in mine. I don't know what to do. I grabbed her hand and walked away, ran away. I avoid her eyes now. She's frightened because I'm frightened. It rattled something deep, something I put away a long time ago. She's waiting. What do I say? I don't want her to fear. I don't want her to hurt. I don't want her to know. God, why couldn't I have stopped it?
I've been you. And I'm his horn. I've been you, and I'm his horn. Marching up to freedom land. Ow! Hold still. Ow, Mommy!
Told you a million times. Now you all banged up. Scarred.
Mama? You're the one that says pretty on the inside.
When it starts to heal, we'll put some cocoa butter on it. And leave that scab here.
Mama, I don't have a bandage for this one. No cocoa butter. I can't remember how to make it heal. I can't remember how you... Where do I find... They told me a million times in a million ways, but what did they say?
Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Manton, it's really out there.
Be in shortly. Can you see?
I can't find it.
Shh. Close your eyes. It's so dark.
Daddy?
Girl, big as you, and you still scared of the dark. Now close your eyes and count to 100.
100?
No peeking. Count.
1, 2, 3.
Daddy, I can't find the stars anymore.
Slow down.
The sky's so different now, so small. I've lost them. Too much light from buildings, cars. Not like before.
That's better. Much better.
When I was a girl in Carolina, we had big skies, huge skies, with millions and millions of stars. Brilliant stars and black night skies that made you look up and wonder, held you in reverence, made you accountable for taking up space under their brightness. Oh, to turn off city lights and see those stars again.
99, 100.
Now open.
Wow, they changed.
So much brighter.
No, your eyes just got used to the dark.
Wonder how they got there?
God blinked, and there they were.
Wouldn't you be scared? Sitting way out there in all that darkness?
Girl, not if I was a ball of light.
Wonder how many there are?
If questions were money, child.
How many?
How many, Daddy?
Billions.
Billions? Really? Really? Why are you still out there? It's past your bedtime.
Be in a minute. Is this about stars or stars?
You've been out here every night this week.
Got a lot to think about.
About the sit-ins? You worried about the sit-ins, Daddy? I'm not worried about the sit-ins. I can't wait to have my turn. Well, maybe a little bit worried. Are you worried about the sit-ins?
You know, stars, they're a lot like people. Not what they seem at all. Giant balls of energy reduced in our minds to tiny pinpoints of light. All the same, yet all different. All sitting in one sky. But I reckon we'll be alright. Just gotta remember, we're in the company of stars.
Mama wouldn't call them all stars. She called some of them rednecks.
Really?
What? She said it.
Once, and don't ever repeat it.
But
End it.
Mama said she's not sure I should demonstrate. You wouldn't let her stop me, would you? I gotta be there!
White stars, blue stars, new stars, novas. I'll talk to her. You see that there? That's the kite of Hercules. And that there, that's the Northern Crown. And that's for my lady.
Thank you. What's your favorite?
Your grandpa favored the North Star.
Grandpa was blind.
You could still see the stars. He said the North Star, it was his star, so I guess it's my star too.
Never can find it on my own.
It's right at the end of the Little Dipper.
There?
Not enough stars.
There.
Girl, if you were Harriet Tubman, we would all be speaking Spanish by now. Now close your eyes and see it here first. 7 stars, a bowl with a handle. Got it?
Yes. There.
Close. That's the Big Dipper. Those 2 bright stars outside the bowl, they point to the North Star. And those faint stars over there, that's the Little Dipper. Big Dipper, pointer stars, Little Dipper, North Star.
Big Dipper, pointer stars, Little Dipper. I see it! I see it!
Now you're Harriet Tubman, freedom bound.
Freedom bound.
Now tie a string to the North Star, pull down like you're pulling down a shade, put your nose on that string and you're facing due north. And this way is?
South.
And this way is?
East.
And that way is?
West.
Now hug the one you love the best.
I see it. Gotcha, North Star.
Now find it again.
It's gone.
No, you just got turned around. When you need it, look here first.
I'll never find it on my own.
Yes, you will. Then it'll be your star too.
Manson, that child needs to go to bed.
We're headed in that direction now.
Not unless she's sleeping in the garden.
Come on, it's not like I got school or nothing.
Anything, school or anything, in summer or not, you still have to be up early, young lady. You're supposed to make signs over at the church at 9 o'clock.
Girl, a few more minutes won't hurt.
All right, you two. Manson, I'm putting you in the waking up department tomorrow. Let's see how you tangle with Miss Stargate today.
You know something? I think it's time for bed.
Chicken Daddy!
You heard your mother.
Go on. Clean pajamas on your pillow. And let that scab be. Needs time to heal, for goodness sakes.
You just want to be alone with me on the starlit night.
Only if you want to be alone with me and these dishes.
Now that sounds interesting.
These are too little.
Then stop growing and get some out of your bottom drawer.
I don't see any in my bottom drawer.
Aurelia Catherine Taylor. Find something. Say your prayers and be in bed before I get upstairs, or I will be on you like thunder following lightning.
How about being on me like thunder following lightning?
Man, you are worse than she is. Come on in, you haven't eaten yet.
I can't. I got a few last minute things to top on the Wilson funeral. And I promised Miss Edwards I'll run and go help out pick out a suit for John. She's taking his death really hard.
You coming right back.
Well, I gotta meet up with Brother Green and the Reverend.
Another meeting. Morning, midnight, mass, meetings before you meet.
I'm gonna grab something later.
We haven't sat down for a meal together in I don't know how long.
Babe, do you think we gonna eat our way to freedom?
Well, if you drop dead before we get there, it won't mean a whole lot, will it?
Well, when you get to heaven, you can tell me how it is.
Hi, you ain't going to heaven.
I'll see you later.
At least go up and kiss Aurelia goodnight. Before you know it, she'll be at Granny's.
Yeah, about Mama's. Kate, I don't think it would kill anybody for her to go at the end of the summer.
That's exactly why I want her down there. These kids think we're playing. Things get serious. I'd rather her be down there, that way we can focus on what we've got to do. Girl, you better get in bed and stop eavesdropping on grown folk conversation.
But I miss everything.
There'll be plenty to do when you get back.
But Mom.
Girl, we've been fighting for freedom 300 years. We won't wrap up the battle in one summer.
But Willie, all my friends.
I hope they're good letter writers.
Daddy, I promise.
We'll talk about it in the morning.
But
In the morning. Hey, I think she should stay.
She's too young.
No, she's not.
In bed, Aurelia, and turn off those lights. Do you think we have a dynamo in the backyard? And the 11-year-old child still sleeping with the light on. She'll be in college afraid of the dark.
Hey, just listen.
Manson, I don't know. But right now, let me see if I can get this child in bed before the sun comes up.
Kate.
Manson, it doesn't always do to see things too early. I have to think about it. Aurelia, the light.
My mother didn't play. There's a right way and a wrong way to everything according to her. Her job was to make sure the way I found was always the right way. If I strayed, she was pretty quick to help me find my path again. Things weren't quite so black and white with my dad. He was like reading a good book. Didn't always understand. I watched him watch the skies standing still as palm water on a hot summer day. Lately, since the sit-ins, he's been watching the sky a lot. Standing outside for hours before heading off to another midnight meeting.
Manson! Glad I caught you. Look, Willie Joe Poole's been arrested.
What?
4 white boys jumped him after the demonstration. I'm not quite sure what started, but
What's he charged with?
whatever. Disturbing the peace.
Manson,
EDJ.
what's wrong?
Willie Joe Poole got beat up and arrested.
Is he hurt bad?
I don't know. Ain't nobody been out to see him. His mom was too scared to go down to the jail, so she called the Reverend. The Reverend called me, said, pick up Manson. We gotta get that boy out tonight.
Calm down.
Lord, Rhea will go crazy if anything happened to Willie.
Kate, just to be on the safe side, I think you should hold off on telling Ruby any more information until we get more news.
Think it's that bad?
I'll be back when I can.
Manson, why do you have to go? Let them handle it.
Kate, I've got to go. If I don't go, you know they're liable to slip him into some creek or somewhere, and we won't ever hear from him ever again.
You keep going out in the night, and I keep wondering are they going to slip you into some creek?
I'll be back when I can.
Call me.
Don't worry, I'll be back when I can.
Call me.
We were all shocked and frightened the night Willie Joe was arrested.
Willie Joe!
You see, despite his sorry home life, Willie Joe Poole wasn't really a troublemaker.
Willie Joe, come on! Willie, you been fighting again?
I just gave him an answer.
Willie?
Willie just believed in standing his ground.
He started it.
Sometimes I wish I was like Willie, but then again,
You're gonna get yourself killed one day.
Before I do, you want to take a look at this?
You got it.
I got it.
he could set a twinkle in your eye, even if you were bound and determined to be mad at him.
Oh, come on, Willie, stop being so hateful. You promised to show me if you got it.
All right. Now I'll show you. But you gotta keep it to yourself. If your daddy found out, he'd kill us both. Spit swear.
No, we too big for that stuff.
Spit swear.
I hate this. This is so nasty. Spitting is so nasty.
You wanna see it or not?
Don't make me do it because you know I hate spitting in my hands. All right. Spit swear. While we both like the face of the earth, I promise never to tempt.
Now wipe your hands, Phil.
But even as he laughed and joked, you knew Willie's sense of adventure marked him sure as a cracked egg loses its insides.
Close your mouth and stop eating flies, girl.
His quick mind or his quick mouth could lead him into the shadow of death, just like his Uncle Frank.
Where'd you get this?
I hatched it.
Maybe he joked so much because he didn't want folks standing around expecting his funeral.
You sure it goes like this?
It's plain as day, with pictures and everything.
Looks uncomfortable.
According to my brother, you get used to it, and it's kind of nice.
Has he done it before?
Says he has, lots of times.
But he's not even married.
You don't have to be married.
Look, Mama said
Well, girls do, but boys don't.
that doesn't make any sense. Who does he do it with?
Girls aren't going to get married. Girls like the ones on Green Street, we always talk about when they're hanging up front interest and renting.
Have you ever done it?
Never found a girl who wants to do it with. One worth holding on to. Like my Uncle Frank used to say, I want myself tied down to something nobody, small ideas and no sense. You got a baby doing this. You want the mother of my children? No, that's brilliant than me.
Swear truth.
Truth. Scared to ask girls that would and wouldn't ask girls I know. They're more than just a kissing time. You ever been kissed before, really?
You?
I asked first.
Not really.
I can show you.
You on the lips?
No, on your knee.
Oh, okay.
Yes, on the lips.
Does that mean we going steady?
Heck no. Let's just call it an experiment.
Should I shut my eyes?
Don't have to.
Close your mouth.
Look.
To heck with the book. I don't want you spitting all over me.
All right. At least pucker up.
Play too much.
You want to do it again?
No.
Sure.
Where'd you get this anyway?
Back room. In the library.
It's no big deal. I've been to the library before. Haven't seen a book this nice there, though. Why, it's almost new.
I don't mean colored prints. I mean the big one. The huge columns out front.
You got this from the white library?
You get books this nice in the colored library.
How in the world?
You want to go?
It's getting late.
Not much past 4.
Mama would kill me.
Chicken.
I could roast a rooster any day.
Then come out and let me show you the real library. Pop this. Come on, Willie. My dad is sick. This guy's gonna help.
That's fine, Willie. And Willie, what did I tell you about coming through the front door?
Just forgot, man.
Grandma always said, Willie grabbed my arm and led me into the storage room. Started handing me dust cloths and a broom.
What?
He grabbed a bucket and a pail. I was so dumbfounded, I didn't know what to do but follow him. Grandma's voice ringing in my head.
Girl, I don't want you cleaning up behind no Wi-Fi. Get your education. And don't bring no pork house mess home. I won't ask. And maybe, just maybe, since the Lord is on a perfect bed, on occasion to be, with a plus behind the margin, you smart. You smart, girl. You can do and be anything you want, child. Just get your education. Don't want you in the cleaning Miss Ann's kitchen.
When I asked her,
Did you ever clean in Miss Ann's kitchen?
she was silent for a long time.
Only when my children were hungry or needed books. But I didn't work too hard to ever see you on your knees, child.
Willie?
Start cleaning.
Lord have mercy.
It was as quiet as a tomb and almost as empty as we dusted table after table.
When you're done, child, hold the door too. The lock's already on. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope your father's feeling better.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome to my world. You in high cotton now, girl. What you want to read about?
Can we do this?
We're doing it.
But are we free to?
Free. Free. I know. I used to say, it's the little freedoms we take that keep us saying to the big freedoms come.
I'm scared.
Why?
I don't know, but this just doesn't feel right.
Girl, I should think so too. But look around. Why not? It's a public library. Makes you feel like my Uncle Frank is picking me up. Told me over today. Well, I'm on top of the world. Come on, give me a fly. Fly with me. Have a little freedom and just fly.
I'm not so sure. But
There were wonders you wouldn't believe.
amazing things. A globe bigger than our kitchen table. And along the walls, plastered pictures of Greek and Roman stories. And a rack of magazines bigger than I'd ever seen.
I couldn't find any ebony or jet, but there was,
Better homes and gardens, highlights for children.
and a whole slew of things I'd never seen.
Gosh, I don't know. The stars. I want a book about the stars.
He took me to a place that had row after row of books on.
The stars, the moon, the universe.
This became our place, Willie's and mine. We wandered the aisles, surveying the world, mostly the white world, with an occasional volume by,
Booker T. Washington.
or some such passing soul. Willie felt free to borrow 1 or 2 volumes to take home. I don't know what the soft voice librarian did when someone else requested to borrow volumes, but she never said anything to Willie and me when we came to clean. Only occasionally, when Willie's father wasn't too drunk, did he bother to come with us. And when he did, Willie still handled most of the cleaning, with his father slowly turning pages and looking very sad. We began to stay later and later. Sometimes Willie would leave the back window open, walk me home, and come back to finish the cleaning. One day, we were reading this great book about Greek mythology, Zeus,
Hera.
and matching the stories to the pictures on the wall.
Prometheus.
When before I knew it,
Oh, God, it's 2 hours past supper time. My folks are gonna kill me.
Where in the world have you two been? Whatever you got to say to me, I don't want to hear it. It's almost 2 hours past supper time. We were half crazy with where we were in the world. Could your head be that you didn't realize it was 2 hours past supper? Don't even act like you got anything to say to me that will make good sense. The least you could have done was call. Instead of having us call all over town, worried, sick, worried in the neighborhood, why ain't God's name did you call? And don't tell me you ain't have a dime in your shoe to call. If you ain't got a dime in your shoe to call when you leave, then you don't have any business stepping up for this front porch. Give you a little freedom, and this is what you do with it. Ooh, good God. I'm always thought of you as a young lady with good sense. We raised you
Yeah, we did.
as a young lady with good sense. Didn't we raise you as a young lady with good sense? You better answer me when I ask you a question, child. Didn't we raise you as a young lady with good sense? And you, Willie, I know you got good sense. And I depend on your good sense. When this child good sense goes out the window, where was your good sense tonight? Don't even talk to me. Go home. See your mother so she can finish fussing at you. Go on now. Ooh. Your father said, Kate, she's got good sense. And I was fool enough to believe him. Should I have been fool enough to believe him? Don't you even talk to me. Don't even talk to me. You better talk to your daughter, Manson. Talk to your child, because I'm so angry if I listen to her anymore. I just might go crazy and kill your child.
I'm disappointed in you, daughter.
For a girl, the disappointment of a dad is like reaching to the bottom of a well when you're 3 days thirsty and finding sand.
Now, where were you?
I was at the library with Willie.
He got even quieter.
Daughter, you can die and you can go to heaven. Or you can die and you can go to hell. That will be your choice based on the way that you live your life. But don't you ever lie to me, girl. The library is only open on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
I wasn't at the colored library. I was at the white library.
You were where?
What?
After my father cooled off,
What in the world?
and this took a considerable time.
Ooh, what in God's name?
After he cooled off,
Girl, what possessed you?
he heard all about our voyages.
There were books
Oh, books, huh?
and a globe.
A globe, huh?
Bigger than our kitchen table. And along the walls, paintings.
No. In all my 40 years, I've never seen the inside of that library.
Foolish and dangerous.
He seemed to regard me with a newfound respect.
Hey, you got a head into them. You ever read a book from in there? Them kids got spunk eyes.
Just plain crazy. Both of you just plain crazy. Really? Go to bed. And you standing there encouraging her.
They just children, Kate. You know they gotta spread their wings sometimes. You know, when I was their age,
Though it took some doing, our library adventures continued. I guess Daddy understood about taking the little freedoms to the big freedom comes. He began to supplement our readings with the likes of Frederick Douglass and Langston Hughes, Arnold Von Temps, and Zora Neale Hurston. Books he would get when he drove to Detroit to buy a new hearse, or went to a black embalmers convention in some northern city. Years later, after seeing the glories of big city public libraries, I came back to that place of forbidden fruits with this well-thumbed volumes on the universe and its faded globe. It looked like a small room with books in it. A small room with a big sky. God, where did that sky go?
Come on, really.
What time is it?
Late.
I smell coffee.
Your father wants you to sleep downstairs tonight.
Why? What's wrong?
Don't worry about why. Just come on. You can snuggle up on the sofa until he gets back.
What's wrong? Where's Daddy?
He went with Hawkins to meet the Reverend. Now you know almost as much as I do, so no more questions. Good night.
Mama.
The night Willie was arrested, I really needed that light. I used to get so scared sometimes when Daddy was away. It was weird, like I had a hole in my stomach, a dark hole that I couldn't fill up with anything. Like I was homesick, even though I was home. I felt it before, and Daddy told me.
Oh, that's just the growing up moment. You have to find a place to store all the things you need to learn, to feel, to grow up. And it's bottomless, like a black hole.
Is it dark?
You know I'm afraid of the dark. Is it dark?
It's very dark until you see.
What? What will I see?
Look real carefully. And way down near that end that doesn't end, you'll see a light. And in that light, you'll see an older person that looks like you,
Looks like me.
looking at you. And that's why it's called the growing up point.
Why does it hurt so bad?
You know, right about the time where you're about to do a lot of growing, you could feel the hole getting bigger, stretching. And it hurts a little bit, but you just have to start filling it up with all of the good growing up stuff. Good thoughts, things you've done well, and you hardly even notice it's there anymore.
Ever fill up?
I hope not.
Not even when you're an old lady?
Not even then. You just have to know what it is so you're not afraid when you feel it.
I can still feel it, Daddy. Daddy, I want the hole filled up.
I want the rally paper if that's not too much trouble.
Not at all, Mr. Connell. Get early, aren't you, Willie?
We had to stay for color teachers half day of school. Thought I'd finish up before it got too late. That's all right?
Not too many folks here. That should be fine, go ahead.
Coons.
It's interesting to watch a world when that world isn't aware that you exist. Especially if being aware of their world is so important to your survival. You appear and disappear when needed, and otherwise go unnoticed.
You going to the church supper tonight?
I might be. How's your sister feeling?
Oh, she's still pretty poorly. Just can't seem to shake those allergies. Go outside, you think she's watering the grass away her eyes tear up.
I would go to the church supper tonight if I had a ride I could count on. My car's been trying to act up and sure wouldn't want to be stuck out with it at night.
Oh, now, you know I wouldn't mind giving you a ride at all. Wouldn't mind at all. I'll holler at home maybe by about 7 if that's okay.
Why, that's mighty kind of you, Mr. Connell.
Then I'll be by about 7. Oh, shoot, I better pick up some gas. Wouldn't want to run out and drive you home now, would I?
I don't know about all that. Where you been burning up so much gas?
Oh, here and there. Took a day to see my cousin down in Winston-Salem. Stopped in Greensboro.
You are aware and don't even realize that you are aware of everything they do and say.
Greensboro? What's new in Greensboro?
You are aware you go unnoticed, and sometimes you begin not to notice how unnoticed you are until something jars you into their conscience.
Lord, they got some mess going on downtown there. Ever since those colored kids started that sit-down mess, don't know whether you can find a good place to eat or not downtown. Sitting at Woolworths talking about they want to be served. Shoot, if they're really hungry, they should stand up counter not 15 feet away.
I know.
Tell you, some of the businesses just closed up the eating sections. Took the chairs out rather than have niggers dictate what's going to happen in the store we don't own like that they been black. Seems like every little town across the trying some kind of mess. It's on the paper here. Spreading like the jitterbug. Only it's the jitterbug. But I hope they don't try that mess over here. Not at my lunch counter. If we're not careful, we're gonna have blacks everywhere.
They aren't that big a fool. It's just those college kids not knowing what to do with themselves come summer.
Maybe so, maybe so. But we gotta keep an eye out. Shoot, look at the time. I better get going. I'll pick you up at 7.
See you later.
Greensboro's still at it. Been demonstrating for 4 months.
Willie, I'm locking up a bit early today. I doubt anybody's gonna drop in just near closing.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, hold the door shut when you're done. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope your father's feeling better.
Yes, ma'am.
Willie, let's finish cleaning, then we can read.
Seems like every town in the States has had some kind of sit-in. Raleigh, Durham, Statesville, even Monroe. Everywhere except us.
Well, as many late night meetings as my daddy been having, we might be having one soon. And been over to Winston-Salem and Roxborough. Oh, and the Greensboro twice. There was a big meeting over in Raleigh where Dr. King spoke and everything. When he's not at a town meeting, he's at the church or at the barber shop or the funeral parlor with a group of folks. And when they're not meeting, they're meeting about me. Can we stay?
Can we? If I don't hear a peep,
Manson.
the children gotta learn sometime, Kate. Call your mother. Tell her you'll be home late. Real late, but I'll take you home.
What are you doing in all these meetings anyway?
Organizing.
Organizing what?
People, baby.
How?
Patiently.
But I have no more patience.
How?
It's like learning the stars. Each one is different. Each one its own solar system with its own peculiar planets. So many ideas of how things can be. But it all has to fit into one grand design. Organizing people is like trying to figure out what that grand design is. Before they kill each other. I can't hear! I can't hear! Franklin has the floor.
Now, I don't mean any disrespect, sir, but I don't want to be as old as you before I can sit at a lunch counter downtown and get myself a meal. Matter of fact, I don't want to be as old as you before I can work in one of them stores that don't seem to have any problem taking my money. For that matter, I don't want to be ancient before I can buy a store on Main Street so I can start taking their money.
You're not gonna change things in a day or two. They were here long before you knew what a diaper was, boy.
Look at Montgomery, man. It took them just a year to get the buses desegregated.
But if we don't start, we got students working now. I say we go ahead.
Also, are we fooling with these kids?
Because nobody needs to go up half-cocked in all different directions.
We don't have a jack sparrow chance your way. I said, we talk first, and then we can pull out the big guns. They're not listening.
Listening? So all of a sudden they're gonna listen. We gotta ride the momentum of Greensboro.
Boy,
You had 50 years to do it your way. Now it's our turn.
I'm supposed to just roll over and pretend it doesn't matter if it gets done right?
Is that right? Lord, is that what we've been waiting on all these centuries to do it right?
Be careful, boy.
I just want to get it done.
And how you get it done is important. Look, if I'm hungry, I can buy a loaf of bread or I can steal it.
Massa, Massa, I'm so sorry I ain't worked hard enough. Give me a few crumbs, Massa, please.
Man, get out of my face, boy.
Both of you, that's enough.
Everybody else be eating off this lousy loaf of bread. How come we can't get some?
If you're not careful, bread can lose its flavor.
Like if I don't taste it, the flavor won't matter.
Oh, jackasses and meals, just hush. Stop butting heads and let's see if we can get something constructive done. It's getting late, and I don't mean clock time.
Lord, it's past 2.
Let's do something. I got a funeral first thing in the morning.
So what are we gonna do? And don't anybody else raise their voice in my house again.
I'm sorry. Just give us a chance. That's all we're asking.
Everybody's demonstrating.
Well, couldn't make matters much worse. Okay,
We gotta make moves sometime.
Reverend
As I said, it's getting late.
Hawkins.
I don't know, but I guess I'll go along with Kate and Reverend.
Okay, so we're talking only about 4 or 5 students. With backup in the store, of course. You know, just to test out the situation, see what happens.
Like a trial balloon.
Yeah, and then we'll approach the mayor with our demands.
Here's the final list.
Good. We segregate lunch counters, black clerks, include the public library.
Yeah, we gonna bust it all out. From the police to the fire department. You know, all the way down to the garbage workers. We pay their salaries.
When are we gonna run this by folks?
5 grade tomorrow.
Monday?
Announcements will be in the church bulletins Monday. We've got to get large groups ready to go when the white folks say no to our demands.
You have a little faith.
Oh, I have faith. I'm just not a fool.
Looks like we're moving.
You know, we may be creaking. When we crack it, watch out. You know, hot damn. This be just like the voter registration of 48. You know, we turned this county out. You know, you kids wasn't wiping your nose good.
Boy, we wasn't even wiping our nose good.
But it was a hell of a victory. Hell of a victory. You know, we went from 8,000 color voters to 44,000 less than a year. You know, I was an old janitor over at old elementary school. I go in there about 4 o'clock in the morning, crank that menu up, and boy, this arm could pump out 2,000 to 3,000 plus before the teachers got in.
The guy that lectured one's over at the college now.
Well, we did it by hand back then.
I hear the Presbyterians have a new one too. Lord, those were some days. We must have sat at every little church this side of heaven.
Scared them cracks to death.
Shoot, it scared some of us to death.
And Meek and Mild here, well, he put the fear of God in them.
You threatening people?
No, we just pay them a visit.
Man, they be so terrified to register. When we be coming out to the front door, but they be sneaking out the back. So the reverend would go around all jitter-like, and he'd explain to him how he was once afraid, but with the Lord's help, he found the strength.
It's true.
Yeah, they didn't have the heart to say no to him, and they didn't have the nerve to lie to his face. It was perfect. If old Meek and Mal Reverend Blake can do it, they sure could.
Man, next election, the black vote was so strong, all them cracks were sitting up, paying attention. You all know, Mayor Crawford even kissed a black baby.
Shoot, that won the election for him. I asked Mary Phillips if she would vote for him, and she stuck that baby dirty diaper all right in his face.
He liked to die, but he gets it. Oh, that mercy. Shoot, one of these days, we even have to get our own man in there.
Mayor Manson. Sounds good to me.
Yes, brother. But till then, that turkey man Crawford better cackle and out keep. Or since I decided baby gifts him tonight. Lord have mercy. You know, Reverend, it ain't gonna hurt you none to have a little sit line.
I think I'll just rely on the Holy Spirit for now.
Suit yourself, suit yourself.
Sounds like you said.
Yes.
We're ready.
You know, and if they don't respond, well, we'll have the whole damn community eating chili at they press lunch challenge.
Just got to go the distance.
Yes, brother, yes, brother.
Well, we got more than a notion, so let's get a motion.
Amen, amen. Brothers and sisters, let's stand.
Praise God. We ask, Lord, that you be with us in our spirits and you show our hearts the way and guide our feet as we move on up to victory. Amen. Hallelujah.
Come to the meeting. There's going to be a workshop on nonviolence too, okay? It's real important!
Seems like I passed out 1,000 of these.
Wait up, wait up. Glad I caught you. We just got somewhere printed. Can you guys take Chestnut and Rock Spring first thing in the morning?
Sure.
Great. Hurry and finish up here, then head home before your mother gets worried. See you later.
I hope not.
Come on, Willie.
I gotta take a break.
Short one, it's getting dark.
So, what do you think's gonna happen with all this?
I don't know, but I guess we'll see at the meeting tomorrow night. You going?
Of course I'm going. You going?
Of course I'm going.
My cousin in Nashville said there are mass meetings they have about every night. Said that everybody, the college kids, the high school kids, about the whole town is taking shifts protesting. They go in, said the lunch kind of actually served.
Anybody ever get served?
Not yet.
Wonder how it is. I mean, I've thought about it, but to actually do it,
She said things were cool for a little while, but in practice, I started getting mean. Pouring ketchup and eggs on them, throwing bottles and bricks, burning them with cigarette butts.
well, what do they do?
Said they just sat there. That's what you're supposed to do. Can't hit, can't curse, can't do nothing but sit there and take it. Supposed to show you're stronger than evil. Do you think you're stronger than evil?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen evil real up close. I mean, we talked about it in church, and I guess it has some pretty mean thoughts sometimes, but evil is some heavy-duty stuff. Sometimes I think it's in my room. That's why when I'm by myself and I gotta have some type of light on. but I don't know if it's really there or not anymore.
I've seen it. I've seen it in broad open daylight.
I think if I've ever come close, my daddy must have stopped it.
But your daddy can't stop this. Yeah, they just sit there, stronger than evil. Do you think you could just sit there and somebody was burning you with a cigarette butt?
I don't know, could you?
Give me a hand.
Are you crazy?
Come on, try it. Don't pull back.
No.
Let's see if I'm stronger than evil.
That's stupid. Stop it, Willie. Stop it.
Yeah, we can stop it now. But what about the sit-in? You can just stop because you say stop. Stronger than evil. Me personally, I can kick evils behind. Kicking evils behind of one side and down the other.
We'll see about that when the time comes. So stop acting so crazy. At least I hope it's soon. Otherwise, I'll be at my granny's.
Granny's? You can't go to your granny's now. You just can't go.
I gotta go. I go every summer.
You can go this summer.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Talk to your mother. No, talk to your dad. Actually, talk to your mother. You just gotta be here. You've got to be here.
I tried to talk.
No, don't give me that big, real, Nelly Pandy stuff. You either with me or you're not. I need to know. Are you going to be there when the time comes to demonstrate or not?
Are you?
When the time comes, I'll be right there on the front lines.
Then I guess I'll be there too.
Spit sweat.
Spit sweat. But we both want the face of the earth. I promise to be there. You are the closest thing I had to a brother, I swear.
You want to sit with the kiss instead?
Out of here.
Kick evils behind. Stronger than evil. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. To be able to kick evils behind, up one side and down the other. To be stronger than evil again. Come on, Willie. Show me how it's done. Show me something stronger than evil. Brighter than darkness. My daughter's waiting.
I need to speak with you about something. Outside.
Where have you been? I had to lie like Dickies to get Miss Cooper to wait to let you in.
Thanks.
So where were you?
Demonstrating.
What?
Demonstrating.
You're lying.
Well, not exactly. But the college kids started today, and I watched the whole thing.
Swear truth.
I swear. Walk, face, earth, death.
Nasty. Huh. Really?
I was downtown and saw Franklin, these college guys all dressed up, ties looking right, serious minded. Saw all of them. We all about to run since they all want something. Pencils, paper, toothpaste. Then the clerk was polite like it started walking toward the lunch counter. Weren't people with that, but it was almost 2:30.
So what happened?
They sat down.
At the white counter?
There ain't no black counter. At first, I don't think they wanted me there.
I know old man Colin wants you there.
No, I mean the college kids. But when they saw I was a serious-minded fellow, they not watching at all.
So what happened?
But when they sat down, the waitress was like a squirrel eating buckshot. She was screaming,
Oh my word, my word, my word.
Then Franklin asked her.
A Coca-Cola and a hamburger, please.
She dropped a whole glass of soda all over her white shoes and then whispered, We don't serve colored hair, then ran like a scared rabbit. She was running so fast, I was not that man, so was practicing.
The color cook?
Yeah, she pulled her head out from the kitchen.
What you gonna start all this mess around here? This ain't Greensboro Rally. Go on away from here and stop all this foolishness before there's trouble.
We don't mean to cause any trouble. I just want a Coca-Cola and a hamburger. Please.
We'll go on home and tell you I'm gonna cook you one.
Then Miss Burrow, the other color book, Miss
Leave those children alone and get them back into your business.
By then, Mr. Connor was out there.
Now, I'm sorry, boys, but you know we don't serve colored at this counter.
Mr. Connor was as cool as a pig in mud, as if he expected us to have practiced what he said. But Franklin was even cooler.
Well, sir, you served us at the checkout counter over there. How can you want service over here? Doesn't seem quite right. We can be served at one counter. You should be served at all counters.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Now, I want to be reasonable. I know what's going on here, there, and yonder. But like I said, our policy at this point is to not serve colored at this counter. To be blunt, we don't serve naked.
You don't serve who?
Sit down and shut up.
Now, I'm just gonna have to close this here counter right now. And you can sit there till hell freezes over if you want to, but the point is the counter's closed. Girls, why don't you just clear up for the day?
Sir, you intend to close up every day?
We'll just have to see about that, won't we?
Then what happened?
They stayed quietly for about an hour or so, and then left.
Well, where'd they go?
The college kids are meeting some place with your dad and brother. I have to get over here real quick. Hey, girl, lady, moving. So, you Jackson, mom and dad, can you stay?
I'll be here. Mama made me promise everything, including my soul, but I'll be here. To start, I gotta clean my room, weed out the garden, clean out the garage, and wash down the kitchen walls. While I'm on the front lines fighting for freedom, be a pretty slave for my mother.
That's okay, you feel like as long as you get to fight.
Here, I've got my own cleaning to do. Willie.
Ma'am?
Willie, you've been doing an excellent job while your father's been sick.
Thanks.
But I don't think we'll need the library cleaned for a while.
Ma'am.
What I'm trying to say is, you know, it really is your father's job, and since he's not well enough to take care of it, and, you know, I hear you've been so busy, demonstrating?
I won't say demonstrating, I was just watching. Besides, he said I'm doing an excellent job.
I know, and I'm sorry, but someone else has been hired to take over. If it were up to me, Willie!
Later that day, Willie was arrested. And that night, we wondered if Daddy would ever come back.
Daddy back yet?
No.
Time is it?
Late.
What time?
1:30. Is it okay if I sit out here with you?
For a little bit.
I thought this was supposed to be non-violent.
I believe in nonviolence. But until your father gets back, I will non-violently sit here with this gun under my ear. And when he gets back, I'll put it away and we'll just not tell him.
The college kids sent it at Woolworths today. That's 3 places in 1 week.
I guess it'll be in the paper tomorrow.
Why didn't Daddy go?
Wasn't his job? What if everybody got arrested? Who would be around to bail folks out?
So that's what he's supposed to do?
Some of what he's supposed to do.
I don't think I can wait until we're called. His teacher's marching on without me, folks taking a stand, and here I am just sitting.
Calm down and lower your voice. Tomorrow, after we finish paying ticket signs at the church, I've got to help Miss Burden make lunches for the demonstrators. You want to help?
Yeah. Guess that's better than nothing. Seems kind of fun. Making lunches for people who've been sitting at a lunch counter all day. Could we take it to them too?
No. They'll go over to Second Baptist to eat.
But they'll lose their seat.
Another group will slide right in and help them.
I get it.
Hush and be quiet. Hello? No. No. All right. Thank you. Well, that was Doc. Wanted to know if your father had made it back yet, and if you wanted him to come by. I told him no, we were just fine, and he didn't need to come over. I told Delia and John we were just fine an hour ago. I told Andrea we were just fine 2 hours ago. I told Kate and Curtis we were just fine 3 hours ago and 4 hours ago. Who was it that called? The next person who calls better be your father, or it won't matter what I've learned about nonviolence. Who's that?
Mama, I think you're just real frantic. Never mind.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Willie, go on in the house. Honey, get him some more ice.
What happened?
I'm all right.
Doc says he should be okay when the swelling goes down.
What happened?
Well, Wentworth jumped in my library.
Four of them. They beat me up. I didn't do anything wrong. Four of them. I was just sitting on the steps. I just wanted to see if I got my job.
You lost your job?
Don't talk, baby.
They left him in the street. And when he came to, he staggered over to the police station. He tried to take out a warrant for their arrest.
He tried to do what?
He tried to take out a warrant for the arrest.
There were four of them. They beat me up.
You know, he was in his right to do so. You know, not a lot of grown men would have dared to do what he did. That's a whole new pair of pants in this suit.
He was very insistent. And when he wouldn't calm down, they just arrested him.
A 12-year-old boy?
They said it was for his own protection until they could get somebody to get him.
I told them I had rights. They just laughed at me. I got rights. I read it in the book somewhere. I got rights. They can't do this to me. I got rights.
And it's true. If we don't do something about this violence now, Lord knows what will happen to you.
I got...
Willie will handle it. Kate, his mother's scared out of her wits. She figured he'd be safer here.
That's fine.
I got rights.
Doc said give him sweeties. They'll help him sleep.
Are you hungry?
And you kids get some rest.
And you?
Folks are meeting down at the funeral home. We've got to decide how to handle this thing. We've got to phone
call. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
There's already rumors that he's dead.
And it's better folks hear about it now from us. We've got to set up a mass meeting tomorrow so we can get out all of the details. And any way we look at it, we'll be demonstrating on Monday.
Manson, I'm not going to get any sleep tonight. You want me to help?
Thank you. Start the blue and red phone trees. The list is on the night table. Oh, and call Barb Nash. She's waiting. Tell her to get flyers out for the 11 o'clock services. You kids get some rest. If you need anything, I'll be right next door. Kate, if I see that porch light go off.
I know. Manson, I'm driving Relia down to her grandmother's first thing in the morning.
Mama!
Should I take Willie with me?
No!
If he's not going, I'm not going.
I can't run away.
This is not a game. This is not a game. Look at that boy's face. Boy kept going, he'll be just like his Uncle Frank, hanging from a tree.
I will speak to his mother in the morning and see what she wants him to do. Get some sleep, Jim.
But Dad, we've got to be here for the demonstration.
Good night, and not another word about it.
Relia, take Willie up to your room. You can sleep in our room tonight.
Hey, I think they should stay.
Not Relia. Willie's mother can decide for him, but not Relia.
Just think about it.
No.
All right. I'm not gonna fight you on this, but I want them both at the meeting tomorrow.
You're using that child, Manson. You're using that child's beat up face.
I want them both at the meeting tomorrow. If they gotta go, they can go after.
I've got to run next door to talk to your father about something.
Can't you just call him?
No, I'll be right back. Door's locked, you'll be fine. But if you even think something's wrong, blink the porch light.
Yes, ma'am. You want some more ice? You sure?
Don't need no ice. I'm tired. Dad, I'm tired.
It's the medicine. Just let it put you to sleep, Willie.
Willie!
Sleep. You won't let me sleep.
Who?
Willie!
Can't go to Granny's. He won't let me.
Who?
Willie.
Just go to sleep.
What's gonna be afraid?
Go to sleep.
I'm afraid.
I'll be here.
Folks only whisper about Frank Poole.
Don't go, I'm afraid.
When a white man loved his mama, beat his mama,
She was lying in a puddle of blood.
he took plumb crazy. Frank Poole said he had rights and nobody listened.
Going for big freedom, boy.
Big freedom?
Willie?
Swear. Spit swear.
I swear.
Took an axe,
Uncle Frank?
cut that man's head clean off.
Why?
Wanted justice.
Wanted big freedom.
Walked through town with a bloody head.
Justice.
Sat in Willie's yard under the sycamore tree.
Wait. Don't hate this way, Willie. It hurts so bad to hate this way.
Strung him up, set him on fire.
Uncle Frank,
In the sycamore tree,
I hear him in the bed.
listening to him pop and crackle.
Mama screamed no, but Daddy drugged him out under the bed, out to the sycamore tree. He made me look. Said, boy, got to know, we'll end up just like his Uncle Frank. He was all burnt up, swinging in that sycamore tree, me falling off, his skin smoking. He keeps coming back to me. Daddy wouldn't listen, nobody would, so he keeps coming back to me. Don't hate this way, Willie.
It's all right. You're just dreaming, Willie.
They kept hitting me. I thought I would die just like Uncle Frank. I was peeing myself. I was so scared.
It's all right. It's all right to be scared.
Not this kind of scared. It's not drunk scared like Daddy. I was scared because I wanted to kill him. I wanted to kill him dead. Every time they hit me, I wanted them to die. If I had the strength, I would have killed them. If I had a gun or an axe, I would have killed them. God help me, I would have killed them all. And for me, it's for Uncle Frank too. And it hurts so much to hate this way, really. It hurts and I'm so scared.
It's all right. It's all right to be scared. Grandma used to say,
The only way to be dead is to die. And the only way to be feared is to be afraid. Once you taste it, you'll know how to chew it. You can learn how to spit it out.
Lilia, I can't go to your granny's. You can't go either. You promised, Lilia.
but my mother,
I could do it with you there. Do it the right way.
but I can't.
And you swore.
But,
You swore. You spit swore. It's the big freedom, Lilia. You swore.
all right. Somehow I'll be there.
Spit sweat.
While we both look next to the earth. Spitzer.
I step off the curb with my daughter. We get in quickly. The cab driver is surprised. I give him the address and he says, sorry, I don't know where it is, get out. I start to explain, argue, plead, it's late, I have my little girl. But then he calls her. I wanted to kill him. And it hurts so bad to hate this way. Show me how to spit it out.
My
Daughters,
Waiting,
my daughters,
waiting,
my daughters.
waiting.
Pick the scab over that hill wound, and blood's bound to run red. You can learn how to chew. And maybe you can learn how to spit it out.
We will now be taking a 15-minute intermission. The second act is about to begin. Please find your seats.
We sit for minutes that feel like hours in the dark. My daughter can feel my anger grow. Let's walk, Mommy, let's walk, she pleads. And I breathe deeply. Then quietly, I take her hand. We get out and start to walk. The cab driver slowly pulls up beside us and rolls down his window. And then he looks straight in my daughter's eyes and calls her a nigger. It's not the first time she's heard the word, but it's the first time she really hears it, and her eyes shock wide. I throw my hands in the air, grabbing shattered silence I cannot catch. She's heard it. Now what do I do before he's gone like a thief in the night with her innocence? He slowly pulls away, and I begin to... But then she says, he's just a stupid cab driver, Mommy. We stand under very faint stars, and in each star, I can hear her tear-filled voice asking, what can we do?
We shall not be moved. We shall not.
Too stiff. Loosen up.
I'm trying.
When you're knocked down to the ground, don't tense up. Go limp. You'll break less. If they start hitting, cover your head first. Then try to get close to someone else. That gives them 2 people to hit instead of 1, which will help distribute the blows a little more.
God knows you want to distribute those blows.
Good. Now we have time for 1 more short round. Who's ready? You don't have to do this today, Willie.
I want to.
Willie. Nancy.
Okay, it's your turn. Where's your book? Unless you knit. Be prepared, people. Freedom might take a while, so bring something to do. And the book is great head protection.
In case of arrest, my cousin in Nashville said girls that carry candy bars and clean underwear in their purse.
What? Boys don't need clean drawers to be free?
Daddy.
All right, come on. Now remember, no matter what we say or do to you, keep cool. Go ahead, August.
What you doing here, boy?
I'd like to be served.
Oh, really? And what would you like?
He's not going to ask me that.
Who knows? You might be the first.
A hamburger, fries, and a glass of iced water, please.
Ice water. You thirsty?
You sorry, son of a...
That's what you don't do. People have been beaten, cursed, and burned without cracking. And you let a little glass of ice water defeat you? But I think you're stronger than that. Are you stronger than ice water?
Guess so. Yes.
Good. Go ahead. Don't pull any punches. He needs to do this.
What you doing here, boy? You know, you want ice water? You know, it makes you want to serve your ass at my counter anyway. Huh? Huh?
You're tensing up, Willie. Relax. Breathe. Blank out everything else. Get some image in your mind and hold on to it. Look. Look at this picture. See that little girl? Little Rock? All those white folks behind her? She was scared, but she didn't crack. She kept on walking. You got that kind of courage in you? You got to love that son of a gun to sing how ignorant he is. Never sink down to his level. Climb on up to higher ground. That's what nonviolence is about. You can do it. Climb on up to higher ground. Because if you're not on higher ground, there's no need in fighting for the dirt.
Better not go out in the dark.
Walk through the valley, shadow.
Then we can't see you?
I saw fear.
You have night vision?
No.
Well, we have some Negro vision. You know, we can lace your bucket.
Stop it! He's a child.
You don't make no sense. If somebody's gonna listen, I need a gun or an axe or something to stop them. They're gonna kill me. Why did I kill them?
You're gonna kill them all, boy?
And even if you do, will it make you right?
Well, got to work that head out. You're gonna get you before they do.
You okay, Willie? We better break things up and join them upstairs.
It's not easy. That's why we're doing this. You okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, kid. You just started saying those things.
No, you were fine. Just fine.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom, man. Ain't gonna let it conquer. Turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let it conquer. Turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom, man. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom, man.
Hallelujah, you did so good, Josh. Hold it. Ooh, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Oh, how easily it is to get turned around these days. When we are faced with a red sea of doubt and despair, all the father turns of ages past. Oh, from Exodus, we learned that nobody can hold God's people. When God demands of Pharaoh to let my people go. Oh, yes! I done got the Holy Spirit congregation. Yes, sir. Yes. Now, I don't have the eloquence of a modern king or adequate power. I just had to put it in plain speech. Thank you. We must move on up from the depths of degradation and segregation and claim higher ground. We're going to say, let my people go! Hallelujah! And to make it to higher ground, we must go forward in a loving, non-violent Christian way. We may not win every battle, but as long as we don't lose ourselves in the mire of hatred and anger, the war cannot be lost! Oh, yes! Congregation said. Now, Brother Manson's going to lay our plans that we will think will best work in our efforts. Go ahead, Brother Manson. Hallelujah!
As we watch our sister cities across the state battle segregation, we've talked for a long time about what we're gonna do here. And now, it's time for action. The Granville College students, they tested the waters of segregation. And they found that the rivers run deep. They demonstrated nonviolently, but the beating of one of our children indicates that things have gotten much more serious. So Monday, mass demonstrations and boycotts will begin. And now I know you've been reading the paper and watching the news, but this sit-in thing can be harder than it looks. Saying you're nonviolent is one thing, but actually being nonviolent is a whole different ball game when someone's beating you over the head with a bat.
Brother Manson, now may I have the flow for just a minute or two? You know, I'll be brief now.
Now that would be a miracle.
You know, I just think it's one little point we need to all understand before we leave this place.
Go ahead.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Now, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna lay it on the line like laundry in the breeze. You see those doors back there? Yes, those doors, brothers and sisters. They close for a reason. And before we leave this place, our mouths need to be closed as those doors. So, excuse me, brothers and sisters. Oh, Lord.
Take your time. Take
So
your time.
thank you, brother. Thank you. Lord, so if there are any questions or objections or discussions, please stand up and air your grievances now behind the closed doors of the Lord's house. Yes. Do I hear anybody? No? Now, I'm gonna break it down to y'all one more time. And I ain't talking about anybody specific. But we can't have no loose lip Uncle Tom telling Master what we doing in the slave quarters. Right. I'ma tell it to you like Harriet Tubman told her pap. I'ma tell you, sister, I'ma tell you. She'll raise that shotgun of hers when they got scared and wanted to go back. And she'll say, their folks can't jaybird. You either keep going on tonight or you die. We can't have no jaybirds singing like a canary, killing our movement. So if you is a polypen, better fly the coop now. In other words, we have agreed.
Yes, brother, stand together and keep our mouths shut.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's it. We can't have no backbiting, no backsliding. Talking. We have agreed.
Stand together and keep our mouths shut. Break it down,
Shut.
brother. Break
Yes,
it
brother,
down.
break it down.
Get it clear and straight, or it's just to wait us. So we are back behind the closed doors of the Lord's house. We have agreed. Let me just say it now. Come on.
Stand together and keep our mouths shut.
Sing it loud.
Stand together and keep our mouths shut.
No, hold on. Now you can bring it to the Lord in prayer. But I want y'all to make sure He is the only one there. In other words,
Stand together and keep our mouths shut.
and you can keep your ears open all you want, especially at your place of work. But come, stand with me.
Stand together and keep our mouths shut.
Thank you, brother.
Now y'all know if old Big Mouth Hawkins can keep his mouth shut, there ain't no excuse for any of y'all. Are there any questions? Good. Now sign-up sheets for shopping carpools, lunch making, and phone tree calling are in the back. Let us stay.
Hallelujah. Praise God. Ooh, we ask, Lord, that you be with us in our struggle so that can't nobody turn us around. Oh, we ask for the strength to overcome non-violently, and we thank you in advance as we claim our victory. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Come on, Aurelia. We've got to get going.
Just a minute, Mama.
Really? You promised.
I know, but
Really, the big freedom's coming tomorrow, and you promised.
really, come on.
O Lord, deliver us from all that is evil. In all the days of our lives, may we walk in the lights of billions and billions of stars as we move on up to higher ground. Forever and ever, amen. The cab moves slowly down the street, and we stand under a starless sky in silence. Mama, I think it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain.
Smell like rain. Willie didn't come?
No. Why don't you take your bags in the house?
Please, I'm gonna miss everything.
It's definitely gonna rain.
She's really been out of shape about not being there, but under the circumstances.
What did you expect? Since the day she was born, you've been preparing her for something like this. Pretending to teach her history. It wasn't history. It was future you were teaching her. So why are you surprised? Listen, if you plant a pear tree, better not go looking for plums in the spring.
I'll call you.
We'll be fine. So you're gonna mow?
It's not fair. Willie didn't have to come.
Well, you're not Willie, are you?
You have no idea how I feel.
No, I do. No, I do. Listen, child. When I was youngster, to get to school, me and my cousins had to pass by this white school. Now, their school was a great old big building. Had green grass out front and ivy on the walls. And ours was an old tobacco barn. Our school bus was made out of old, worn brown shoe leather. If we were lucky, it was down to the bottom of our legs. So when that school bus passed, they spit out the window with us.
Ugh, nasty.
What was worse? Every day, this same group of white kids locked arms and forced us to walk in the ditch while they walked on the sidewalk. Wet or dry, we went in the ditch. Now, this happened day after day, month after month, until recess, who was a pretty thing, but tall as a boy and twice as strong, got new shoes. New shoes in the middle of the school year. Well, I'll never forget, there was this one boy, Connor Willis, and his cousin Abe. They were the ringleaders of it all. Foul-mouthed buggers. Well, that day, when Connor blocked our path, Reese jumped him. And all we saw was an egg and dust. But when the dust settled, she was the only one getting up. She beat the tar off that boy, and we were jubilant.
Wow.
Well, then, this old white lady that lived on the corner came out. She said, I've been watching from that window since September, and that boy you been tied up, that's my grandnephew. We were all so scared. We stood there still. But then she said, I'm so glad you did it. He deserves every bit of it. Now get up, boy, and clean your face. And if you speak a word of this to your parents, I'll make this whooping feel like the first course to the main meal. There is a God. After that day, we had no trouble walking on the sidewalk. Nah, spit from the school bus, that was issue for another battle. A battle of another sort, but we ain't had no trouble walking on the sidewalk.
Wow.
Baby girl, you don't know how badly I wanted to be Reese that day. But I wasn't. I guess there were plenty battles I fought, but plenty I missed too.
Tomorrow's my battle. I just know it.
Maybe so, maybe no. Just be ready when the lightning strikes, and your time will come.
But I promised Willie.
Well, baby girl, unless you plan to walk all the way to the next county, you was gonna be waiting, find another day.
The mind of a child can seize upon an unintended idea like dust balls gathering beneath a bed, until one day it seems perfectly rational to justify their actions by saying, but Grandma said, I should walk.
I should walk. I could do it. I know the way by heart.
By car. We've only been by car. In the old black Oldsmobile, my feet barely touching the floor.
Should only take an hour.
In a car.
My stomach.
I had fallen headfirst into a growing up hole.
I went deeper and wider. I'd ever felt.
I don't want you to see. For the first time, when I peeked into the growing up hole,
I see her.
like looking in a clouded mirror, there was...
An older me staring back.
Where did this child go?
I could do it. I could walk. I could go and grab my sleep. I will make it for the demonstration tomorrow.
No.
I promised Willie.
I know, but...
I'm going.
You don't have to do this.
I promised Willie. You're coming?
I left a note on my pillow, grabbed a flashlight, and quietly crept downstairs. When I opened the front door, it was
Dark.
country dark. Bathed in moonlight, the windows of Grandma's room stared down at me like two dark eyes. I half expected her to call me back.
She would shame me for doing something so foolish.
But I was quiet, a deep breath, and I was headed to Faison's. Every summer when Grandma said, run down to Faison's and get a loaf of bread, like a flash, I was down this road and back. But now,
It seemed to take forever.
and even in the moonlight, it was...
So dark.
I passed the church graveyard.
There's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts.
Faster and faster I ran.
Let's go. We made it.
Faison's was closed.
Must be after 10.
Main Street, a ghost town.
I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in
A fork in the road.
40 miles to turn left.
Are you sure?
God! It's okay. It's going to be okay. Look, the railroad tracks. We can follow the tracks. That way we don't have to worry about cars passing.
But you don't know which way.
As long as we can see the main road, we're fine.
Wait! By flashlight and moonlight, I hopped from tie to tie. There were shapes in the trees, shadowy figures moving in the mist. My stomach felt like a giant hole.
Oh, God.
Huge cars almost sucked me back onto the tracks. Oh my gosh. Climbing in the bushes in the after silence, there were all kinds of noises.
Cricket, an owl.
A cab driver's voice in the night, a child crying softly.
What?
Nothing. Get back on the tracks! What did they say in the workshop?
Clear your mind.
Find something that gives you strength?
That gives you courage.
For a while, I was Harriet Tubman, leading slaves to freedom. I knew from Daddy.
Home was north and a bit west.
I would have checked the north side of retreat for Moss, but I didn't want to leave the tracks again.
Big Dipper,
Pointed Stars, Little Dipper.
I see it. No, it's my star too.
So why can't I find it?
Look, the tracks are going the right way. Come on, we've got a long way to go.
To crowd out dark thoughts and dark skies.
By the shores of Gishgummy, by the shining Big Sea waters.
I recited all the poems and songs and stories I learned in school.
I used to wonder why they taught all that stuff. Now I know it's to feel odd moments like this when you've got nothing important to think about.
I recited multiplication tables.
6 times 12 equals 72.
I tried to figure out how many Bible verses I knew.
Number 1, Jesus wept. Number 2, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Number 3, suffer the little children to come.
I was glad I wasn't a stupid person and had studied well in school. Otherwise, I would have been
Lost?
No matter how I strained, I couldn't see the main road.
God, I knew the road went home,
But I only guessed about the tracks. I had planned to follow them only as long as I could see the main road. If I hadn't been playing stupid games.
The North Star is gone. What do I do?
Go back.
How far? If I lose too much time, I won't make it. I'll cut across the field. I'll see if I can find the road.
No.
It can't be too far.
No. The field was sticky from last night's rain. The farther I got from the tracks, the muddier it became.
Where's the road?
The more I walk, the more I believe.
Just a few more steps, I'll find it.
My heart pounded, my mouth went dry. It was harder and harder to walk through the sticky field. Red mud was past my ankles.
A swamp! I need a swamp!
Stop, it's mud! The flashlight. I lost the flashlight. Where's the flashlight? Where's the road? Stop!
The North Star. Look for the... God, it's raining so hard. Where is it?
There is no North Star. Could your precious North Star stop that stupid cab driver? Stop my daughter from hearing those words? Stop her tears?
Found it. Daddy, I found it. I couldn't hold on to it.
There is no North Star. It's just dark.
Dark.
Really? Turn off that light there, girl. You too big to sleep with the light on. Where's the electricity? Really?
Mason! Katie! Well, open up, Mason! Come on now. What's wrong? Your mother's been trying to get you for over an hour.
What's wrong?
The phone must have been off the hook.
We had to get some sleep.
It's really, she didn't run off.
What?
Your mother said she left a note. She's trying to get her for the demonstration tomorrow.
What kind of crazy?
Doesn't matter, Kate. I'll go get dressed. Call Mama. See if she can try to figure out what time really left. Kate!
Love it. Lost my breath with all that running. Manson, your mother had a neighbor go up the main route to Warren to see Relia, but they ain't see her, so she must not be on the main road. Do you think we should involve the police?
No. Not with what's been going on with Willie. I don't want too many people knowing she's out there.
Oh my God. Manson, it's gonna be okay. That's a good little girl you got. You got a lot of good sense.
It's been raining most all night.
Okay, I'm gonna drive straight out there. Go to the Reverend, have him get 4 or 5 men together in cars. Have one start here, have one start about halfway, and have Doc or whoever's with him go to my mother's and start there. And one more thing. No matter what, have them call here or my mother's every half hour or so. I don't care if they have to wake up every farmer in the county. Just get to a phone.
What about Katie?
Willie's here.
All right, I'm going.
All right.
Mama!
But I stopped feeling it.
How long have I been sitting in the mud?
It's so dark. I look up at the sky and curse every star, every planet, every solar system that exists.
Can't go back because I don't know which way to go.
I can't go forward because I don't know which way to go.
All I could think of was Daddy said, when I needed it, I would find you.
But there's no North Star in the rain. No North Star. I don't know what to do.
We'll do what Daddy said. We'll close our eyes and count to 100. Our eyes will get used to the dark.
We've been out here for hours. Our eyes are already used to the dark.
And why are we so afraid?
It isn't this dark. It isn't this dark. We're trying to fight. You'll close your eyes and they'll never get used to The dog we're trying to fight is hiding behind this night.
What is it? You're frightening me. Is there something out there? Something out there that'll hurt me?
There's another kind of dark. You don't know about it yet.
Let's count. Daddy says,
in this dark, there isn't any daddy. There's a frightened little girl, but there isn't any daddy. There's nobody else. It's so vast, and there are no stars.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes and count. You'll see. Count.
Why?
What else is there to do? We must do something. We must do something, so count. Close your eyes, and then at 100 we go. No matter what, we pick a direction and go on. Count. 1, 2. Count.
It won't.
Count.
1, 2, 3.
Mate, most everybody's checked in. The sheriff came by and got some more clothes and a pair of shoes for the dogs. He's talked to all the police between here and there. A bunch of folks. White and black have volunteered. They're all out looking. Man, there are a lot of people out looking. Somebody's gonna find her. Manson, go home. I talked to Kate. Just go home. Hell with the phone calls. That's where you'll be best good at. Manson, go home to Kate. Bye.
'89, 90, 91. At first, my eyes were closed so tight, my head hurt.
Find it here.
I watched the darkness behind my eyelids. It was as infinite as the night sky. The more I counted, the more I relaxed. At about 97, I began to see dots. Yeah, dots. Dancing behind my eyelids. Dots.
Maybe.
Stars. Stars. Find it here.
Stars. In the night sky. When they stop dancing, I can make out patterns, just like the ones in the book.
Patterns, just like Daddy had pointed out.
There's the Orion and the bear.
And the pointed stars in the center of all those stars.
Not the brightest.
But bright enough.
I see it. The North Star. Now all I have to do is open my eyes.
No.
When you find it once, you can find it again.
I remember when I opened my eyes, it was still dark.
Not as dark.
I remember when I opened my eyes, the rain came down gently.
There was no light in the sky.
But when I opened my eyes, I could still see my North Star.
Tomorrow's the demonstration. We've got to get out of here.
Somebody's got to own this field.
Look, over there.
I can't make anything out.
Keep looking. Wait for the flash.
Oh, look there, a barn.
There's a barn over there.
I see it.
Come on. Ugh. Like grandma's kid. Shut up, doggy. Who's there?
I couldn't speak. The bottom of my stomach lurched. A black girl in the dark with a white man. If anything happened to me, my father would surely kill this man, and then he would be killed. His huge figure filled the barn door. I could see no way around him.
What in the world? What are you doing here? Can you speak, girl? What are you doing here? What the? Damn, you little... Just sit there. I ain't trying to
for myself, but you can't go running off in the dark in a storm like this. You running away?
Got lost.
Live far?
Next county.
Got folks? They must be worried sick. Lord, well, come on. I ain't got a phone, but get in the pickup. I'll take you home. Listen. Come on. Okay. You're cold, and you're wet, and you're shivering. I wouldn't leave my dog out like this. Now, I ain't gonna hurt you, but if you don't come with me, I'm gonna have to fetch the sheriff.
It was a sheriff that did nothing about Willie getting arrested.
Coming? There we go.
You take me straight home?
Yeah, I take you straight home. Come on, the truck's outside. Shut up, dog. Won't hurt you, she just sounds to me. Come on.
I must have fallen asleep as soon as the truck started. Next thing I knew, I was home. As we stepped up to the front porch, it seemed like everything was in slow motion. I could see the hazy forms of my mother and father suspended. Mommy was sitting so still, and Daddy was on one knee in front of her with his arms around her. My mother's face looked like a frightened child, and his was so sad, I thought it might break. When they heard us, their heads turned at the same instant. They seemed like deer caught in somebody's headlights. I think this was the first time I ever saw them as people. He jumped up from the porch, and my mother's body was perfectly still. Then she moved with the swiftness of a doe. She just held me and didn't say anything. After he saw to it that I was all right, I could hear my father thanking the man over and over again. My mother just held me like she would never let go. And when she did, the man was gone.
Thank God, praise his name. Lord have mercy. You could have been killed out there. Half the world was out looking for you. Are you all right? Are you all right? Why?
My father held me. He let go, and my mother took my hand as if I was a child. A child in which I knew I was not anymore, or at least not the same way. Then I saw.
It's big freedom tomorrow.
My mother took me in and bathed me. I was too tired to protest. She put me in bed, kissed me, and I fell asleep before she turned off the lights.
Was she all right?
Sound asleep? It's past 5 o'clock.
Oh my God, I'm so tired. I got Willie home, I called everybody I knew to call. I've got to get some sleep. In exactly 4 hours we'll be demonstrating.
You're not still.
What do you mean?
It's just that first Willie, now Relia.
How does that change things?
I guess I didn't expect all those people, especially the whites, even the sheriff.
What are you saying?
It would be like a slap in the face to protest.
Wait a minute, kid. Wait a minute. Let's not get it confused here. They're not animals. They're people just like us. And if one of their children got lost, I searched just like I searched for Relia tonight. But that doesn't change the fact that if I wanted a hamburger at Woolworths, they're not going to see me as a father, a husband, or a mortician. They're going to see me as one thing. This.
I know, but
when Relia goes out there tomorrow, she'll see that nothing has changed. And nothing will change unless we change it.
Fine. Then let us change it so far it seems only the children. Relia doesn't need to be there.
How can you say that after what she just went through tonight?
Just postpone it.
Postpone it, and then what, Kate? The sun goes up, the sun comes down, and I'm just supposed to thank God I made it through another day?
Yes. With all of your family living and breathing, yes.
living and breathing, huh? You know, sometimes when I'm working late over there, I start to stare at the bodies. And if you stare long enough, your mind starts to play tricks on you. You start to think that they're breathing. And sometimes I wonder which group I belong to. My chest goes up and down, but there's this weight on my chest and I've got to get it off. I've got to get it off or I'll suffocate and I'll die. Kate, you hear me? I'll die.
Just hold off for a day or two.
Hold off, Kate. All my years I've had them on my chest. Kate, I've got to get them off. We've got to do this thing and we've got to do this thing tomorrow.
Then I don't want really you there.
Just understand. You gotta understand.
You understand me. This thing is swallowing you up. I can see it. The meetings, the plannings, the living on the edge, but it's different for me. You're fighting for the fight, I'm fighting for the end.
Listen.
And it will end, it has to. I don't want race to be my life.
Whether you like it or not, race is your life.
No, it can't be, not all of it.
Would you just listen?
No, listen to me. Do you realize how much time we spend talking about, thinking about, dreaming about race, not our history or our culture, but race? We sit down at the table for a meal, go for a drive in the country, have people over for cards, and before the evening is over, it's what the white folk done now, what black folks ought to do. It sucks up so much of us, so much of you, that there's not much left for me anymore.
It's not gonna last forever, but for right now.
There's got to be a point where we finally arrive. When we get there someday, we have got to be free or I'll go crazy. There's got to be a day where I can sit in a garden with my child or even my grandchildren and touch their hair and smile and breathe deep. And there's nobody standing on my chest either. That's what I'm working for. Getting there so we can get on with life. God, I keep dreaming we may be the first generation in this country to do that. To get on with life.
I want that too.
Manson, I'm so tired.
I know, baby, I know.
I'm so tired. But I can make the phone calls, cook the lunches, go to meetings. I can do it as long as I know that someday we'll arrive. And when we get there, I want Aurelia to be a whole person. I don't want her to have the scars and the hurts that we've had. I don't want her bloodied and mangled and piecemeal. She has the chance to be a whole person. She and the children after her have a chance.
But not if they don't know. Not if they don't remember.
I don't want her to go, Nancy. I don't want her to see her. I don't want her to hear.
Mama, I've gotta go.
I think you've done enough going for one night.
But Mama,
Are you going to defy me, girl?
Kate, don't make this any harder on her than it already is.
Did you see that boy's face? Do you want Brilliant to come home looking like that or worse? It is one thing for us to be out there, but I only have one little girl, and as much as I love you, I am not ready to sacrifice her.
Sacrifice her to what? We're sacrificing her now to lies. Trying to protect her with lies, trying to tell her that everything's all right. In one breath, we're telling her that she's just as good as everybody else, but in the next breath, we're telling her she has to be twice as good just to make it. But you and I both know that that intricate tunnel of lies that we tell just to get through one more day, one more week, one more year, one more lifetime is gonna bury us, crush her here. And could anything worse happen out there? Even if they killed her, I would want my daughter dying to get the truth. I don't want my daughter having to pretend to be a cleaning lady just to sit in a damn library.
Mama?
Sweetheart, I want you to have your time in the garden too. And one day, I just want to stand and watch the stars without worrying about going to another meeting. But life just isn't like that right now, baby.
Mama? I'm sorry about tonight. I know you were worried. I wouldn't hurt you for the world. I love you, Mama. I've gotta go.
Kate, she's saying she's gotta go. Give the girl her credit. Give her her due.
Couldn't stop you if I wanted to, could I?
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Next day, we slipped into our seats at Woolworths.
Look straight ahead. We'd like to be served.
Not at my lunch counter.
In a 17-month boycott, my mother lasted one day. All agree her temperament's better suited driving people to shop and rally during the boycotts. But on that day, she was there. And so was Willie.
Facebook.
Books, candy bottle, clean underwear, place of rest.
We sat for a while. Nothing happened.
One woman I didn't know smiled and whispered.
You had quite a trip last night, didn't you, young lady?
Eyes down, I nodded. Then I heard Willie whisper,
They stem.
I wanted to turn around.
Look straight ahead.
I heard them.
Hey, you!
It got louder.
Hey, you, Jigaboo!
I blanked out my mind and tried to find something to fill it. Number facts,
7 times 4 equals
states,
28.
countries,
Alabama, North Carolina,
continents,
Egypt, Africa.
Bible verses.
Jesus, what?
I closed my eyes and tried to see the stars just like I saw them last night.
Big Dipper, Pointer Stars, Little Dipper, North Star.
I screamed them in my head to drown out what the crowd was saying.
Big Dipper, Pointer Stars, Little Dipper, North Star.
Hey, you, nigger!
We need to go.
Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Big Dipper, Pointer Stars, Little Dipper, North Star.
Nancy, we need to go. I don't want her to hear.
I don't want her to hear.
No.
North. People had said the word before. I had heard. I knew they were talking about my race, but no one had ever called me. I tried to block it out.
Pointers. Little Dipper. North.
I tried. Big Dipper, Pointer Stars, North Star. I tried, but the word slipped by. It passed by my ears, and for the first time in my life, I heard it.
Nigger!
I couldn't see the face, but I could feel his thin, knife-sharp lips carve away at the years my mother had protected me. The rasping, crazed edge in his voice did not cut cleanly, but made a flesh-ripping, jagged tear. I grabbed my heart and began to cry. I saw my mother's eyes and knew she knew. I was naked and wanted to cover my shame. I didn't want her to know because I knew it would hurt her soul because she could not patch the ragged flesh. So the wound became her wound. And when the blood ran down past her heart, I could do nothing to stop her pain. She was naked before me as Eve before God.
Mom.
This was different than last night's fear of being lost. Fear of the night. It was the darker dark. Last night, I was a little girl growing up. Today, I was a black girl growing up.
I want to die.
There was a searing, knowing pain, but I couldn't die. I could only sit there, hand on heart, hurting more with each breath. My mother knew, and then my father. There was no I told you so between them. Just their hands on my shoulders, squeezing as if they together could keep me from breaking. I must keep my child from breaking.
Do you want to go?
No. It hurts so badly. I now understand the breach between my parents. My father felt the wound would heal and I would be stronger for it. My mother felt no wound at all best and I would be freer for it. There was no issue now. The wound was there and it would not go away. We would never talk about it again, but I must tell my daughter. When I turned around, I saw the man that brought me home in the storm. He was with the group spitting on us and yelling, nigga this and nigga that. When he saw me, our eyes met, he froze, and he almost smiled. The spit dribbled down his chin, and when he went to wipe it away, he must have felt the eyes of his friends.
Do you know her?
He took a deep breath and called me nigger. It sounded hollow, with no conviction. I almost felt sorry for him when he grabbed his heart. And then he spit right in my face.
No!
Ice water! Really wanted to kill him, but I gritted my teeth and whispered, ice water, really? A cup of ice water defeats you, that's a little freedom. We working for the big freedom now.
Big freedom?
Shines like a star. I shall not want.
To kill. He makes me lie down.
Green garden, the big freedom. Stronger than evil.
You stole my soul?
How deep the scar, but the wound begins to heal.
Overcomes hate.
I must tell my daughter.
I'm gonna walk through the valley, the shadow of death.
Spit swear. Find it here. See millions and millions of stars.
You restored my soul.
I never saw the man there again. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Demonstrations and boycotts continued for months. After things cooled off a bit, Willie quietly got his job back at the integrated library. Mama was right. It wasn't all over in a day or a month or a summer. I would fight again and again until I lost the glimmer of a star in my heart among all those tall, brightly lit buildings. And the stars in the sky above are fake, but they're there. I don't walk in the dark very much anymore unless forced to. It's too dangerous. But I know tonight, before I turn off the lamp, I must tell my daughter, there will be no school tomorrow. Our school will be at the Grand Cab Company and I will be the teacher. And I know tonight, before I turn out my lamp, I will hold my daughter close and show her my scars. I will weep with her and let my tears wash her wounds. I will pray for her children and her children's children, and dry her face and tell her to close her eyes. Look up. There's a universe of light inside of all of us. You just have to find it. Look up. See?
A whole universe of stars.
There really is a North Star.
And if you find it once, you can find it again.
Turn off the lights. 1, 2, 3. There. Here.
bands, and there are posters and things of that nature. We don't have tournaments, but we do have our plays. So we're going to spend just a few moments to give a rose to the seniors. Oh. That's okay. You can hear me? Yeah. Okay. That's right. Jayla goes, project. She sounds like me. But what I was going to say is the seniors are going to come up and they're going to get a rose. We're going to start with the seniors where this might be their first show. We'll say their name and the amount of shows that they've done here, as well as that they've been on our Shakespeare Slam team, which doesn't look too much like it used to be. So please, when you hear somebody come up to get their rose, this is their, we love you, thank you, seniors. We are so thankful for the impact that you left on this program. So I also want to say very briefly, this is my 3rd year that I've got to teach at Lindblom. I feel so thankful for this specific group of seniors. It's been an honor to teach them. So I'm excited for us to all celebrate these students. So first up to get their rose, this is her first show, and that's Shannon Hart. Next up, we have, I can't believe this is only his 2nd show, but he's been on our Shakespeare Slam team for 2 years, and that's Trey Sean Kerr. Next up, this is their 2nd show. This is his 1st year on the Shakespeare Slam team, and that's Nolan Hall. Next up is our first crew member that's a senior, and she is an icon backstage. Please, let's honor 2nd show, Jillian Mary Clay. And then up here, this is his 2nd show with us. He was the Shakespeare Slam coach, working on crew. We had Nikolai Harden. Next up, this is her 2nd show. Wait, that's not true. Wait, I wrote down 2nd because it's our 2nd. Hannah, how many shows have you done? 3. Where are you? Come on up! Yes? How many years have you been on Shakespeare Slam? Look at that shirt, Shakespeare Slam! Next up is his 3rd show, and that is Kyron. Next up, this is her 4th show with us. And how could that be? Because she just brings so much to this department. But that would be 4th show, Ariel Warren. This show, she's usually on stage, but this year she's on crew. I've dubbed it. Her last name is Criswell, so I've been saying Criswell on crew. 5th production. She's on Shakespeare Slam. Where's Lysandra? Right here. Okay. Next up is someone who's very special to this department. He is our stage manager. This is his 5th show. He's been on the Shakespeare Slam team for, is that 3 years? Is that right? Yes? Please join me in inducting Emery James. This next student, this is his 6th show. He has been on the Shakespeare Slam team all 4 years. He's the team captain, Chancellor Rice. He is a talent on stage. He's also the resident assistant director. This is his 8th show. shows. She is the lighting designer. She overcame this crazy technical difficulty. This department would not be the same without her. Please congratulate Shelby Holloway.